and adequately marked.
Go get me the little boxes that we used to use as ballot containers. I don't remember if it was Union Grove brought their materials in it. Oh, just go bring that.
Did they explain why they didn't get extra bags?
They normally don't
They
have as huge of a turnout.
They didn't have that great of a, they were not anticipating as great of a turnout as what they had, and we give them bags based on their ballot orders. Sometimes the clerks have additional extra bags in their office. She did not, and again was trying to make sure that everything was sealed and secured as best as she could, knowing that it would not all of these ballots in here would fit in this bag.
But she couldn't go to the town of Waterford. This is the village.
This is the village.
The town of Waterford, Norway, or Rochester.
I can't speak
call
to that.
them or call you. But she could. So.
Well, at 8 o'clock at night, while our office is open, she's not going to probably drive from Waterford, the village of Waterford, a half hour here to get a bag and take it back. I mean, that's a bit impractical.
Well, it would be her responsibility to secure them legally.
It is the responsibility of the poll workers to secure them, and again, that is what they did. I will also, just as an example, now this particular box is a bit worn, but these are the containers that we used to put the ballots in before ballot bags were switched to, and there were 2 holes, and they would put a black zip tie and 1 seal on here.
And that would be fine because it doesn't pivot. On this end, if you put it in and you have the thing in, you can actually pivot this back and forth.
Well, again, it was sealed on with a black zip tie and 1 serial number.
And black zip ties are not. So are we getting this noted in the notes that we're objecting to, that this box could be accessible without breaking a seal, a numbered seal?
Sir, with as tightly as this numbered seal was on the other end, they would have damaged this seal prior to my removing it if they had taken the black seal off and tried to pivot it. And not to mention, it's also, I mean, I can't even open it now without the seals at the moment because the tape is taped literally across the certification of the ballot bag and onto the box. And if you really want to, I mean, once I rip this tape is now going to make a mark on this box that it's been removed, and it was not.
And is it noted in her notes that she put on the tape in that position?
We did not note when she delivered it which direction the tape was on the box. However, she did, again, point this out to our attention that this was in a box as opposed to the typical ballot bag. She did show us this and report this when this was delivered to my office the day after the election.
But she did not note it in her notes that she taped it in this manner.
I don't know if they did it.
So we really have some unsecured things because tape and black strips are not the reason we use seals with numbers on them is to make certain that they're not tampered with.
Well, as Wendy pointed out, if somebody had tried to remove that tape, it would have left a mark on the box.
Which again, once we take the tape off, you're welcome to take another photo of the fact that the tape is now
but there's
marked on the box.
there's no record of her having put in that tape. That tape could have been put on at any time.
Go find Vicki's phone number. We'll call her and give you a straight.
She's actually supposed to be here. I have her on my list today.
Okay. Yes, I will.
And they may have opened it once and changed the red seal because they've changed the number here on the top. It's crossed out.
They probably broke one trying to get it on here.
Yeah, but they crossed it out and they didn't even, I don't know, as a chemist, you know, if we make a change in a lab book, we have to initial any changes or cross out. They didn't even initial that. Did they note that in their record, in their notes, that they broke a seal or changed the number?
You can let him look at that as well.
There is no explanation in the notes.
Oh, can I take a picture of it? It's just sort of crossed out and scribbled out. I'm not trying to be difficult. I just do it for
She actually just called, she's on her way, but running late.
Okay. Then what we will do is we will not open this particular container. We will get the ballots out from the bag and let our counters start counting. We'll have the Board of Canvas start going through the absentee ballot information. And then we'll get the poll list reconcilers started on one of the City of Burlington poll lists. Again, because they did the Village of Waterford poll list yesterday while we were wrapping up some other things. So